Okay, so hey guys, today we're reviewing the natural texture pack, which has finally been updated to 1.20. So as you can see, these two look actually kind of cool. Like I like the way they make the cherry door actually different, and the cherry wood also looks fantastic. By the way, like I like how all these trees. All these trees have a kind of realistic color to them. Like you can see, this is acacia. I don't know why jungle looks like that. Maybe jungle trees actually look like that. Let's look it up right now. What does a jungle tree look like? No, not Minecraft. Wait, a jungle tree. Let me see what it actually looks like. I think it... Oh, actually, jungle trees are kind of gray. Yeah, they're actually not really gray. I actually don't know. I don't know why they're like that, but whatever. You can see the bamboo has finally been updated, which is fantastic. And also, you can see these are the villagers. The villagers actually don't look that cursed. Although, actually, before, they didn't have any professions, so it's actually interesting to see how they're updated. Die, 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 die. Now, okay, so here's are my disappointments about this texture pack. My disappointments about this texture pack are the warden. I think for the warden, they could have made something unique. But instead, it just looks like the same texture, but with more pixels. Because the thing I don't understand, right? So, no, don't do it. No! Why can he... Wait, I'm sorry, how can the warden sense the wolf? I guess he has a sense. Okay, he is smell. He does have a nose, for some reason. We have two mobs with a nose. But here's the thing that really disappoints me, is that, as you saw, the warden has, like, basically the same texture, but 32 pixels. But I don't understand why they didn't make it look more realistic, just like the Ravager. For example, the Ravager, they made him all, like, realistic and flesh-like, which looks kind of disgusting. But I don't know why they didn't apply that same concept to, like, the rest of the mobs. Also, look at the Sniffer. The Sniffer, I actually really like the Sniffer, because the Sniffer looks like he has, like, a lot of leaves on him. And then the camel, which the camel actually looks kind of cute. Actually, I like the camel design. The camel and the Sniffer, they both look kind of cute. I think I like the Sniffer's design more. Yeah, the Sniffer actually looks kind of cool because he's got like lots of leaves on him. Like it actually looks realistic. Okay, so you can see the brush has also been updated. The spyglass. I like how each of them have an overlay. I could review all the texture packs, but I don't want to. So as you can see, we have some of the natural blocks. We got like the Skulk Shrieker, which looks kind of cool actually. Yeah. You got the calibrated Skulk sensor. We basically got all the blocks. I'm gonna just do a little fly through of all the blocks. So you can see these are the natural blocks. The ores, I mean, the ores look kind of cool because they have this kind of glow around them, which looks kind of cool. They all look kind of the same actually. In fact, actually, the ores are basically the same. They're roughly the same, like in terms of distribution. Yeah, I guess they are like the same. I like the the deep slate in this resource pack. So you can see the stone blocks look kind of nice. The stone bricks look very rough and stuff like that. The sandstone looks kind of pink. I don't know why they went for a pink tone. Okay, oh fuck, I broke it. The red nether brick looks very red. I will be honest. It looks basically the same. Now, unfortunately, because this texture pack was made before the World of Color update, all the wool blocks have their old color. So it looks kind of dull, right? Like these are the old wool colors, so they look very dull. They don't look very saturated. Like look at that. Look at the shulker box. And again, with the glazed terracotta, these just look exactly the same, but with a higher resolution. And actually, these look exactly the same textures. Yeah, these are the same textures as the city texture pack, which is lame. And also, there's a weird. Oh no, that's fine. The fire exam looks like the same texture, but like 32 pixels. Like at least with some of them, they're kind of stylized. Like look at the netherwarts. I keep forgetting the name sometimes when I'm in a rush like this. Also, look at these trees. The drip leaves look kind of dark orange. And also the pitcher plant. I like how this one looks like an actual Venus flytrap. I think that's kind of creative. The cherry leaves also look really cool. The sniffer egg looks interesting because the sniffer itself isn't actually orange. Now, okay, here's the thing about the smithing templates. I don't exactly know where they were going for here. Because, for example, if you look at the templates, right? Each of these have a different design. For example, I don't know why, the wild has a kind of a paw print, which I guess makes sense. It's supposed to look like a tiger. The rip, for example, is a skull, which makes sense. The tide looks like a little wave, which is cool. But then why is ward a heart? Like, I wish they kind of kept with the original design, right? Like, for example, Coast is Wayfinder, right? Wayfinder, like Coast and Wayfinder look kind of similar. They do look kind of funny. Like Sentry is an arrow, which makes sense. It's a pillager. And then the netherite upgrade thing is kind of cool because it looks like little stones. But because of the armor, I don't know why the armors don't look 32 by 32. So, okay, one thing I will say is the rib design for the helmet actually looks kind of cool because it kind of goes over your face like that, which looks really neat actually. But other than that, you can't really tell them apart. Like, what is this one? I'm gonna guess it's the Tide. Yeah, Tide. Okay. Some of them you can kind of tell, some of them you can't. Like, for example, I think this one is the wild one because it looks like a paw print. Yep, this is the paw print, so that's wild. Okay, that's kind of cool. But, like, for example, what is this one? Oh, this one's probably, oh, this one's Sentry. Okay, I said that I don't understand what they were going for, but, like, I guess this is supposed to be the arrow, which makes sense. Actually, I think these look kind of cool. I like, the silence one looks less detailed, but it looks more like it has a, see, like, this one looks like they went for more of a skeleton design, which is interesting. I think this is the eye. Oh yeah, this is eye. And so now we can see the flowers. The flowers actually do look pretty realistic. I really like the sunflower, but I don't know why the stem is so small. You got the lilac, the rose bush. Honestly, these look kind of cool. Like, I don't know why this looks like a microwave door, which is interesting. The iron trapdoor looks very rusty, actually. You got all the natural blocks, which have the same design. Okay, you got the ancient debris, you got the prisonry, you got the froglights, which actually look kind of cool. You got amethyst, which looks really nice as well. But yeah, I'm not gonna show the mobs. This is just a block review. You can see the crossbow loading animation. You got the spyglass, which has a nice overlay. You got the bow. Again, this is actually a good texture pack to play. Now another thing I didn't show is the suspicious. Okay, the problem here. Okay, the suspicious sand and the suspicious gravel. The gravel looks too similar, and the sand as well. This is another thing I didn't show in the second texture pack, but if you're going to use this texture pack to find archaeology and the trail ruins, do not use this texture pack. This is actually impossible to tell the difference. What is the difference? Like, yeah, sure, this one has a bigger blotch, but if it wasn't for this blotch, this would just look like normal gravel. And the sand as well. Like, this one just looks like they took the same texture and just put a little... Like, okay, the sand actually looks less visible. Like, I genuinely cannot tell the difference between this and this. It's actually kind of hard. The Spore Blossom, okay, these ones actually do look kind of cool. Like the hanging roots and stuff. And so now we can look at the trees. I like the tree leaves look kind of... Like, I would argue the jungle leaves look better. For some reason, this one has the opaque texture, even though I'm using the fancy texture. Unless they just not have any... It's a bit weird. The acacia tree looks actually kind of realistic. Like, acacia trees are actually this color in real life, which I think it looks much more realistic. Right, you got the dark oak trees, which look nice. The mangrove roots look kind of interesting, too. I like the mangrove leaves, actually. And so we finally got the cherry tree. Now, the cherry tree actually looks pretty cool. Like, the sapling actually looks nice. We got the mushrooms. I didn't show the nether in the second texture pack, or these ones. These ones have a really cool texture. I got the nether portal and the end portal, which the end portal looks exactly the same. Nether portal as well. Again, city and natural black texture pack are both kind of similar to each other. But I think overall this is a good texture pack. Like, if you're going to play Minecraft and you want to just have a natural look that looks like it feels like the vanilla, I would go for this texture pack because, yeah, it actually looks good. Like, you can see the chiseled bookshelf, which actually looks pretty cool. Like, the pattern on the top actually looks kind of cool. And the paintings actually look... Okay, so the paintings are kind of cursed because you know how the paintings in Minecraft have, like, a real low resolution? Basically, this is weird because you can see the higher resolution version of the paintings. And so lower resolution paintings like this one look even more HD, right? Like, look at this. Like, this one you can actually see more high resolution too. Like, you can actually see what they are supposed to be, right? Like, you can see this looks like Rick Astley. This is not actually Rick Astley. But, like, the higher texture, the higher pixelization on these textures look weird because if you look at this, which has more pixels, compared to this, it just looks very contrasty. Like, look at the wither, for example. It looks cool. Like, it actually looks really realistic, the hand compared to this little, like, pixelated character. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Also, the doors look kind of weird, too. I don't know why this one looks like a barn door, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the review.